Listen, they're missing too many key guys. I mean, defensively, the right back situation has been a nightmare for Celtic again. And I mean, Alistair Johnston is on the verge of returning, goes to Canada to do a bit of TV work, plays some KP uppies and gets injured or gets set back again. Utterly preposterous decisions to let him go back to Canada when he's that close to coming back. I mean, just it summed up the kind of the season for Celtic, really. That can't do right for being wrong. Might say, listen, go and meet your pals in Canada and catch up with the troops for a wee bit of team bonding and come back. On the verge of a comeback, a much needed comeback, with Rojo injured, and he goes and gets injured in a different jersey. Utterly preposterous.
We should have touched on this earlier, Nick, actually, but just on that, is he out for the season or is that him definitely done?
No, he's now been out. He played 5 games this season. He's been out for what is it now, 7 months. He's not coming back in any shape to contribute properly. The Alistair Johnston that was last season or before that. So we might as well forget about him because he can't be. I mean, what so happens in the third game after the split is Rangers. You want to chuck him at that to start after so long out? If they're only playing, by the way, nobody came back from his first injury and get injured after 4 games back, 5 games back, and clearly wasn't fit. So it's season's over for him. Let's be honest. I mean, people have to get real. He's not going to be able to contribute to any level. So I mean, and the talk was that he was close to getting back. He's on the pitch and all that stuff. He was going the grass. I just think it looks like it was too important a time to be allowing that kind of thing to happen. And by the way, it might be that he's jeopardised his own World Cup chances by doing that as well. Just seemed another mistake in a season full of mistakes. And listen, the player's got to take responsibility.
I was going to say that, Mike. He has to take responsibility for it as well. You know, I think he was the one that was pushing to go to go and join up with Canada because he's obviously such a huge influence in the dressing room. So, see the fact that he's travelled 8 hours to Canada and 8 hours back. I would be surprised if that knock or that setback's linked to that.
Well, that's what I mean. Listen, I guess the club you got to respect the guy's wishes and think, okay, it's a World Cup year, but somebody's got to say to him, listen, we are in the muck here. You're getting close. We need to have you see medical staff every day doing work that's going to build you up every day during this break that gives you the best possible chance. Maybe you get a bounce game at some point in the second week. Like I don't understand. But this is what happens when you've got an interim manager who's not going to be there beyond the summer. Who's thinking, well, I can't really piss off a player that it could be beyond me. So let him. I don't know if that's part of the thinking, but somebody at the club should have clamped that. I mean, I look back, feel much maligned at times, unnecessarily at times. Peter Lawwell, would he stand for that kind of thing? Would he be like, absolutely not, get yourself up to the next town with the medical staff every day for the next fortnight, read you back? I just don't know. I don't know. It just seemed to me another example of the club that's kind of just drifting along just now, getting by without having like someone or some people saying, right, no, this has got to happen.
It's like the Schmeichel stuff as well, Mick, as well. That was just...
badly handled all season. A guy who everybody could tell was struggling through the whole season. And yet it was, we don't know if he's fit. I mean, poor Martin Neal's left to kind of front up. Martin Neal is quite cute when it comes to injuries. Ryan will tell you that as well. Like he plays his cards close to his chest, downright tells porkies at times. Kids on doesn't know stuff. It's old school kind of manager, don't give your team away.
Aye.
So he could be asking me on a Friday about how's so and so. The guy could be in a full body cast. And he'd be like, well, I think it could be okay.
He might make it.
So take that a pinch of salt. But he's the one having it, unfortunately. So you got to name that, take that into account as well. And he's trying to protect the player. Quite why he played him all season. He wasn't fit. It's a strange one. But that was badly handled. Rojo has been badly handled. Nobody, and again, might be back, might not be back, might see him again, might not see him again. No, probably not going to see him again, let's be honest. The chat is he's finished the season as well. It's mixed messaging. Unfortunately, Neil's been left to carry that canvas. It's unfortunate, but it's just it's all a bit raggedy around everything at Celtic right now.
Right. Even Arne Engels, he kind of, well, to be fair, he didn't give him whether he'd be in or out of the game at the end's part, but Arne Engels, he was meant to come back after an international break. I know he's been in full training, but will he play a part, and what type of part will he play over the next 6 games? You just don't know yet. I know he is back in full training, as I say, so he might make his return against St Mirren, but yeah, he's like Mick says, Martin's very cute when it comes to his injury updates.
This is Arne Engels, who, having been denied a £25 million move to the England Premier League, gets injured in the very next game and hasn't been seen since. I mean, forgive me for being, too old and cynical, but let's not be holding the breath for the cavalry coming over the hill with the big Arne Engels after that. Who knows? Who knows? Listen, he may come back all guns blazing to make sure that happens again in the summer, but it just let's not be naive sometimes.
No.
The one thing I would say about Arne Engels, and I don't think this is going to happen. I think you can file this under the highly unlikely category, is he might still have the World Cup at the back of his mind as well. For Belgium, a couple of injuries there, he might be able to force his way somehow into the plans. But he's obviously not been involved with Belgium for, I think it's the last year or so anyway. So he's probably not going to be on that plane to the USA. But I'm sure he will be desperate for that reason to come back. And then obviously, as you say, there's the carrot of a big money summer transfer. So I think Arne Engels, he will seriously upgrade that midfield. I think Celtic, he has had a lot of, he's been Jekyll and Hyde at times during his Celtic career, let's be honest. Sometimes he's flat to deceive, and other times he stepped up to the occasion. But I think he would seriously upgrade that midfield. I think Celtic have seriously missed his set piece deliveries. And, I think if he can, I think he's capable of playing a major part between now and the end of the season. He's a £25 million player. That's how much Nottingham Forest we're going to pay for him. So, you've got a £25 million player missing in a minute. So if he comes back into the fold, then he could make a difference.
Should have been sold in January. Should have been wish all the best. Money should be in the bank and reinvested in an £8 million, 22-year-old.
100%.
And it's like another example of a club no
succession plan,
running its own narrative properly. Silly. Another mistake made. It might never get the money from again. But yeah, he'll be a big bonus when he does get back, if he gets back. Maybe I'm just too old and cynical